right, and the Tigers go right to left. The lob is up, and we are underway from Pinnacle Bank Arena. Exhibition Game 1 in the 2023-24 college basketball season is underway. Kendall Coley gets the ball right out of the jump. They feed it right down to Markowski. A huge size advantage for Nebraska today. She misses the initial tip, but then an offensive rebound's kicked out. Good ball movement. Darian White, her first shot as a Husker is a three.
White last year only shot about 24% from three. Didn't attempt a lot of threes either. Only shot 33 three-pointers last year at Montana State. That was a career low.
3-0 right out of the gate. Darian White making an impression already. They hand it off top of the key. Rosenquist, she tries to get around a screen. Rosenquist goes all the way in, but faces the taller Markowski, who gets a piece. White wants to push. Now outside Shelley, who's left open. She can shoot it, and she knocks it down.
Already you see White pick up a three-pointer and an assist. Nebraska's running, playing well in transition in the early going.
161 made threes for Shelley in her Husker career. Now underneath, spinning on the block, tough shot. Bounces off the rim, rebound to White and Nebraska. See, Nebraska really wanted to push the pace here in the early going. They feed it underneath. Coley missed a step for the first time, but then spins and scores.
Yeah, I think Dakota Wesleyan wanted to travel there, and they might have had an argument.
Quickly up the other way, it's Enan. Wesleyan trying to get something going inside early despite having a size deficit as the jumper from Yost is missed there. Markowski corrals the rebound. Here comes Shelley pushing yet again. Shelley picks up her dribble inside, skips it out White. White goes baseline, aggressive drive. Now top of the key for Shelley. 14 to shoot. She'll reset. Coley with a big screen up top. Shelley with 8. Shelley wanted a step back, but good defense. Now feeds it underneath. Markowski cuts to the bucket, left it short, and the rebound into the hands of Sprackle. And now Darian White right away, stealing it right back for the Huskers. Spins and scores, plus the foul. Wow. How about Darian White?
I mean, talk about immediate impact. Nebraska needed Darian White to be a really, really good player this year. But then when Allison Widener went down, the level of importance, the weight on her shoulders went up immediately. Nebraska needs this level of play from her all year long.
Well, Darian White hits the first three of the game, and then a nifty and one off the spin and steal. 10-0 Nebraska here in the early going with 7:53 left to go in the first quarter of play. Connor Clark and Grant Hansen here with you on Big Ten Plus. So glad you could join us for this exhibition here from Pinnacle Bank Arena. White's free throw up and good. It's 11-0 Nebraska right out of the gate.
I mean, how about this stat line as Nebraska starts to set up that three-quarter court press? But 6 points for White, 1 rebound, 2 assists, 1 steal in 2 minutes.
It's pretty impressive stuff for the graduate transfer who had a very decorated career, and an offensive foul will send it right back to Nebraska.
And for Dakota Wesleyan, you just want to settle down here a little bit. Again, you're missing Jada Campbell from a year ago. She moves on. Matt Reiner, both those two seniors. So you just want to find what your identity is, who your top pieces are in this sort of situation. And you don't want to get sped up, which Nebraska's doing a really good job of doing that to the Tigers.
Shelley will reset at midcourt, directing traffic. Good defense up top, however. That's Maya Wilson, her first minutes of the game. A Kroll on the wing, looking with 10 to shoot. Gets it out, Shelley. They want to go right back inside. Markowski with a height advantage yet again. Spins to the right, but couldn't finish. Rebound to Yost. She rips it away for the Tigers.
Yeah, Markowski 0 of 3 to start. Nebraska's definitely making a concerted effort to get it into her, but Dakota Wesleyan's done a good job defending it.
Yost off the mark on the 3. Rebound to Shelley after a couple of bounces. They want to push yet again, looking for Coley, but just out of the reach and out of bounds.
Yeah, and again, the Tigers remain very physical down there, continue to fight. They're undersized, and they're just trying to basically gut it out down there, and that's really the only thing they can do, and so far, it's worked. The thing is, Nebraska's done a good job in transition, and then, again, when they're in the half-court offense, they haven't really forced anything yet, so that's been the side of things for Nebraska where they've benefited.
We see a little bit of that press here from Nebraska as well, led by Kendall Moriarty, the junior. 11-0 Nebraska. An impressive start so far for the Huskers here in their first and only exhibition game of 2023. Poked away momentarily by Shelley. Ball's on the deck. Who's going to grab it? A tie-up still loose, and they're going to get a timeout here for Dakota Wesleyan as it looked like Enid was just fighting for her life with that basketball as there were Huskers all around. But you mentioned Darian White, and let's highlight her here for a second. Ridiculous stat line already. She was all Big Sky Conference out of Montana State. The grad transfer started 31 games a year ago. Shot 41.7% from the field. Led the team in scoring. I mean, she did everything at Montana State University, and that's exactly why she was first team all-conference.
Yeah, and she was the Big Sky Defensive Player of the Year in 21 and 22, and man, that's something Nebraska needs. You think about Allison Widener, what she provides to this team a year ago before her knee injury, and then in her freshman season, she's scrappy, she battles down low, she's a great finisher inside, she's working on the defensive end. Nebraska really, really missed her last year when Widener got injured, lost the rest of the season in that game against Kansas in December. Nebraska immediately after that went on a 3-game losing streak and finished the year 8-12 without her. And so to lose her before the season is obviously a really, really, really big deal. Now what can Nebraska do? Now that you have that experience, okay, this is what we did without Widener a year ago. This is where we struggled. Can you apply that and learn from that here in 2023 without her? And you need someone like Darian White to provide that same level of spark, those hustle plays, that stuff on the defensive end.